If you want to buy cheap FIFA 20 Ultimate Team coins, go and check out MMOPO.com and use the discount code EGHD for 8% off your order. Yes guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be looking at every single icon, or if you're an OG Ultimate Team player, every single legend that has been removed from FIFA over the years. Now, as you may or may not know, we have had an icon removed from packs this year, and that is Basten. Now that means he probably won't be in FIFA 21 when that gets released. But over the years, there have been so many icons and legends that have been removed. There's actually 23 in total, and some of them are really, really good, and you've probably forgotten about them. So what I've done is I've put all of them together. I've got all of their stats. I've put them into a FIFA 20 card so you can see what they would look like. So as you can see on the screen, this is every single icon or legend that has been removed from FIFA. And what we're going to be doing today is ranking them from God tier to very good, usable, and then discard. I mean, it's very self-explanatory. So the first player we're going to be looking at is not in alphabetical order, although all of them after this is going to be in alphabetical order. We're going to start off with the biggest and most important player to me. This is the player that I packed, the first ever legend in FIFA 14. I'm going to show you the clip right now. So yeah, very embarrassing clip of me back when I was probably like 17, 18, 19, I don't even know how old I was, but it was very cringy to watch. As you can see, his card is insane, but this is back on FIFA 14. He was removed before FIFA 15 when they actually changed the heading stat to physical stats. So he has 91 pace, 86 shooting, 66 passing, 90 dribbling, 52 defending, and 69 heading. Now what I've done is I actually converted his stats and put them into the current way that the card stats are created. And it's really weird, guys. His pace actually goes up, his shooting goes up massively. Obviously his physical is completely different from his heading stats. His defending comes down because heading no longer goes on to defending. Basically, back on FIFA 14, the way they worked out card stats was really, really weird. So as you can see, Romario has 94 acceleration and 92 sprint speed. So realistically, it's very obvious that his pace is 93, but for some reason they gave him a 91 overall. His finishing is exceptionally good. He has 99 finishing, 94 positioning. This card also has 99 stamina, which is obviously a very key stat, especially now that custom tactics is very prevalent for weekend league. Something else you've got to remember, all of these icons, this is just their mid, so they don't have primes and they also don't have prime moment cards. So for a mid icon, this would be probably like top 5 or just outside of top 5. So it goes without saying, really, we're going to put Romario all the way over to God tier. He deserves it, in my opinion. The next player, though, is going to be a goalkeeper. I never got to use, but looking at his stats, he looks very, very good. And as I said, this is his mid version, so he'd probably have like an 89 or a 90 rated prime card. Realistically, this is a goalkeeper that if you packed, especially if he was untradeable, you'd probably use him for most of the year anyway. I'm probably going to put Baia in usable, somewhere between usable and very good. We'll put him into usable for now just to see how this list comes along. The next card we have, guys, is Beckenbauer. As you can see, 93 rated, 82 pace, 94 defending, 81 physical, 83 passing. This card just reminds me of someone like Maldini. Like, he is going to be someone that will stay in your team the whole year round. I can't believe this is also the mid version card, so we'd have a prime and a prime moments too. So it goes without saying, really, this card has got to go in the God tier section. If you packed him untradeable, you would use him for the whole year. The next player is going to be a really bad one. This is going to be Bierhoff, and he reminds me of someone that I know in FIFA 20, and that is Inzaghi, and I don't know anyone that likes Inzaghi. His card is extremely average. If it was a gold card, you probably wouldn't pay more than 10,000 coins for him. I guess if he had a prime and a prime moments, it would be a little bit better, but still, like, it's not a very good card. And I think a lot of these icons have been removed for the sole reason they just weren't good enough and it didn't generate enough hype for people to open up packs. They wanted to remove as many of the icons that are like this. So of course, Bierhoff is going into the discard section. You'd be very disappointed if you got him in an untradeable pack that you've spent like 500k on. The next player is going to be Brehme. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, but he's got very interesting stats. 89 pace, 86 defending, 86 physical stats, 82 passing, 75 dribbling. Not great shooting, but for a left back or a right back, it doesn't really matter. I think this would be one of the meta kind of left backs that wouldn't cost too much, but at the same time is one of the best in that position. So for me, realistically, he'd probably go between usable and very good, depending on what his agility and balance is like and just how he feels in the game. But I'm going to go for very good, because I feel like if you pack him untradeable, you probably won't change this left back for the whole of FIFA. Right, so for this English centre back that has been removed, we have Carragher, and you can see why. Not a lot of people would be very happy with packing this. 64 pace, 88 defending and 87 physical. Obviously the meta is to have pace, and agility and balance. If you're trying to defend against someone with a very good dribbling or someone that's very fast, you just don't stand a chance with the likes of Carragher. He's also got 49 dribbling and 57 passing, so he's going to feel very sluggish on the ball, and it's just no wonder they removed him from the game. This card would be a massive disappointment if you packed him. I'm going to send him straight to the discard section. The next one is actually very similar, except he's Dutch. He's got 66 pace, 89 defending, 78 physical, a little bit better dribbling, a little bit better passing. You'd be very disappointed if you spent, again, like 500,000 coins on a mid-icon pack and then this popped up. So he is also going to be joining Carragher in the discard section. And another 86 rated, guys, you'll notice that there's a lot of these, and the reason why is because obviously the lowest rated base icons in FIFA 20 are 85. So if someone's mid card is 86, they usually have to try to get their mid up to an 87 so they can bring a baby into the game. But I think Donovan would be a more usable card. So you can see here, 87 pace, 84 shooting, 83 dribbling, 81 passing. But if you did pack him, you would be able to use him just about. Although if you had like 1,000,000 coins in the bank, you'd probably go out onto the market and replace him with a better player. So he goes in just about usable. The next one is another German, Effenberg, and he is a cam, 86 rated, 74 pace, 82 shooting, 82 passing, 80 dribbling, 74 defending and 85 physical. Kind of a weird one. Not sure if he would suit a centre mid or a cam. He's a little bit slow to be a cam, but at the same time he doesn't have the greatest defending to be a centre mid. It could be one of those cards that if you put a shadow on him and play him as a CDM or a centre mid, it could work out just about. But realistically, he's going to go into the discard section. Now, he's very close to being usable, but I think he would make the discard section. He's definitely not as bad as Bierhoff and Carragher, but yeah, he's not going to pass as usable for me. Next up, we have a man that's related to me. If you didn't know, my second name is Fowler, but realistically, no, I am not related to Fowler. Funny fact though, my dad is called Robert, and this guy's called Robert Fowler as well. He's got 83 pace, 82 shooting, 83 dribbling, 73 passing, and 76 physical stats. As a mid-icon, is he usable? It might be one of those cards again that you could play with and you could probably like do okay with, but weekend league ready? I don't think so. I think maybe if you had a prime or something with like 86 to 88 pace, with like 85 shooting plus, then you're talking usable. But as a mid-icon, if you pack this, you would be a little bit unhappy and he would be going straight into the discard section. Now the next one is going to be Future. Obviously a very good stat to have is dribbling. He's got 92, he's 87 rated overall, 84 pace, 80 shooting, 78 passing. I think realistically as a cam he would be usable, but looking at his stats, I don't think he's good enough to pass as very good. I think he would suit the usable section. If you did get him in an icon untradeable pack, then you'd probably just force him into a few squads, a few weekend leagues, and then be done with him. And now for this one, guys, I never got to use this card. I did play against him a few times and he was extremely good. He kind of reminds me of like a Rio Ferdinand type of player. 78 pace, 84 defending and 86 physical stats. Very key stats there. He's got 72 passing and 62 dribbling as well. For a centre back, he wasn't super stiff either, so he had the pace, he had the defending stats, he had the strength as well. Now this all comes down to preference. I think he could go into the very good section or the usable section. It really depends. Obviously you're not going to get many strong links in FIFA 20 with the United States, but if he plays anything like Baby Rio plays in FIFA 20, then he could be a very good card and you can have him in your team for either the whole year or just most of the year. So I think I might put him into very good. Now here we actually have a brother of a player that is in FIFA 20. We have Brian Laudrup. As you can see here, 88 rated, 87 pace, 83 shooting, 88 dribbling, 80 passing, 65 physical and 29 defending. His stats are actually really good. Definitely a usable card. I think you'd make a nice cam. You could probably even play him in the Ram or even left wing, right wing. And I don't know why, but obviously they've kept one of the brothers in and this one has actually come out. If anyone knows why, let me know in the comments section. Yeah, so what we're going to do, I'm going to put Laudrup into usable. Oh no, so this one's going to be painful. So if you don't know, I'm an Arsenal supporter. I used to support Arsenal a lot more intensely when I was younger. I actually once went to a football match with my hair dyed, just like Ljunberg did. So I do have a connection to this player. But looking at his stats, 86 overall, right mid, 85 pace, 83 dribbling, 81 shooting, 80 passing, 75 physical. Obviously part of the Invincible squad. But realistically, is he going to be usable in FIFA 20? His dribbling's not really good enough to be in that cam position. But unfortunately, Ljunberg, in his Calvin Klein's, is going to go into the discard section. Oh, okay, so we've got Neville here. Again, this is a player that if you ever saw popped up, you'd be very disappointed. And it's mainly, of course, because of his position. Right back with 80 pace, it just doesn't cut it. You need to be looking at the mid to high 80s minimum for left back or right back at this stage of FIFA anyway. 84 defending, 81 physical stats. His dribbling's not good, which probably means that his balance and agility and just everything else is not good, so I feel quite stiff. 74 passing and 36 shooting. Realistically, if this was a centre-back rather than a right-back, he could be usable. But because he's a right back, we're going to stick him in the discard section. Even though I rate this guy as a pundit, he's very good. He knows his stuff, but as a FIFA player, he just doesn't fit into the current meta. Right, so we've got Pauleta now. Striker, 87, 82 pace, 86 shooting, 78 dribbling, 72 passing, 70 physical. So he is more on like the stronger striker side of things. But with less than 80 dribbling, you're going to be feeling very, very stiff, man. Even though he has 86 shooting and a little bit of pace and strength, he just wouldn't be good enough. And unfortunately, even though he's a higher rating at 87, I'm going to stick him in the discard section. Again, another goalkeeper in this list. I think this is the second one. David Seaman, 88 rated mid-icon. If you had a prime, you're probably looking at 90 to 91, maybe even 92, who knows. He only has 78 diving, which is a weakness, 90 handling, 93 kicking, which is very good, 85 reflexes, 50 speed, a little bit on the slow side, and 88 positioning. Whether he's very good or not, it's very hard to tell from goalkeepers because their stats on their face card stats, it's just very hard to gauge. But what we're going to do, we're just going to stick him in the usable section. Fun fact though, there was a person at my school whose dad looked exactly like him. Everyone used to think his dad was actually David Seaman. I mean, this one's very self-explanatory. We have Teddy Sheringham, 78 pace, 86 shooting, 72 dribbling, 70 passing, 72 physical. His stats are horrific, especially the dribbling. Again, I've talked about it many, many times in this video. The dribbling's so key. He's not even fast. He's not particularly that strong. He's got good shooting, but that's just not going to cut it in FIFA 20. So this card, without even much debate here, is going straight into the discard section. I have noticed there are a lot of icons that have been removed that were English, and the reason why, they're just not good enough, man. But the next one is going to be SOLSKJÆR, and obviously newly appointed Man United manager. He's got 83 pace, 86 shooting, 81 dribbling, 73 passing and 64 physical. And I look at his stats and I think, you know what? This card could be useful. I don't know. I actually don't know if he's got 4-star weak foot or 4-star skills. If he has 4-star minimum, I think this could go into the usable section. I'm going to do my research and you're going to know by what's on the screen whether this is either usable or discard. Now for this striker, he's 88 rated. He's got 81 pace, 86 shooting, 79 passing, 86 dribbling, 66 defending, and 76 physical. Is that true? I've actually had to double check his stats to make sure I didn't get it wrong. But basically, yeah, he has 66 defending. Even though he's a striker, he has 66 defending. Realistically, he's probably better as like a cam, so he can use some of those defending stats to actually get involved and be more physical. This is a bit of a strange card because obviously for a striker, there are so many options in FIFA that would be better. But at the same time, if you've got an icon, it would tie him into so many teams. So I think, yeah, we're gonna stick him in the usable section for the reason that he can go into the cam or striker. Okay, so this guy is obviously terrible. He's got 66 pace, 72 shooting, 85 passing, 86 dribbling, 26 defending, and 48 physical. Where do you play this guy in your team? You can't play him cam because he's so slow. His dribbling's okay. He's got very average shooting. He's got really good passing. Well, I say really good. On his card, it looks really good because all the other stats are so bad. You can't play him centre mid because he's so weak. He's got bad defending. This is probably one of the biggest flops EA has ever put into FIFA. The craziest thing is I put his stats into an online calculator like for card stats and he actually does come up as like an 85 rated cam. So it's just really weird how card stats don't always reflect on the overall rating of a card. You see that with other cards too, like for some reason some cards are really high rated and some are really low rated even though they have very good stats or very bad stats. But Valderrama, he is terrible. This card section is literally made for players like him. So of course Van Basten, for making comments on live TV, was removed from packs, but people can still use him. I think he has his base card and his mid card, so he doesn't have any primes, I believe. But his mid card is still amazing. I think his baby is actually better because it's got more pace, but he's got 92 shooting, 87 dribbling, 79 pace and 75 passing and also 70 physical stats. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put him in the usable section. And then finally guys, probably one of the best icons that I can remember back that was removed, apart from Romario of course, is Weah. And he's got 93 pace, 87 shooting, 77 passing, 85 dribbling, 44 defending and 81 physical stats. Now on previous FIFAs, Weah was the meta because he had the pace, he had the strength, he had the shooting stats, he had a little bit of dribbling, but it wasn't as important. Passing's obviously not as important on previous FIFAs, especially as a striker, but I think for FIFA 20 he wouldn't be quite as good, but I still think he would be very good. Yeah, I think if you're someone that has a lot of coins and you have a God squad and you have the potential to go and spend like 1 or 2 million coins on another icon, someone that fits the meta like a Butragueno or a Del Piero 5-star weak foot guys, I think you'd probably pick those over Weah for FIFA 20, but I'm still going to put Weah in that very good section. He's just a mad icon. 89 rated though. It'd be interesting to see if he ever got a prime icon, what it would look like as well. So guys, that is every single icon or legend that has been removed from FIFA in one video. Obviously, if you disagree with anything, you can let me know in the comment section. I think I've done a pretty good job of putting them into God tier. Very good, usable and discard. Of course, a lot of these icons have been removed because of their lack of hype and they're not very good. People wasn't very happy packing them, and obviously that's the whole idea of icons, is that it hypes up the game and they can put them into like icon swaps to get tokens and stuff. And if you put like a Gary Neville as 6 tokens, who's going to pick Gary Neville? Do you know what I mean? So like I think, I don't even know why I'm picking on Gary Neville. There's at least 5 to 10 players in this list that are just really bad and I would never use anyway. Like you could probably go onto the market and pick up a better gold player for like 1,000 coins than a lot of people in this list. Also guys, let me know in the comment section if you can have one of these players untradeable, just one of them. It doesn't have to be the absolute best icon, just an icon that means something to you. Which icon would it be? So obviously for me, it would be Romario because I've packed him, and of course because he has 99 finishing and 99 stamina with insane dribbling, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. I know he's only got 4-star weak foot, but with 99 finishing, I mean, his weak foot's gonna feel pretty good anyway. Which icon would you like to have untradeable if you can take one of these into FIFA 20? But anyway guys, I've been waffling for too long now. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and also make sure you turn on those notifications so you get notified when I upload to YouTube. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.